I'm bored, I have the flu, and I have nothing but time on my hands for the rest of the weekend while I recover. I kept tabs on conference championship weekend in college football over a 2-day period, and for the most part, it wasn't even worth wasting my time on. On December 6th, Western Kentucky versus Jacksonville State, boring. Tulane versus Army, yawn. Boise State won by 2 scores against UNLV for the Mountain West title. The boredom continued on December 7th. Ohio and Miami of Ohio. There was a complete lack of action. Arizona State shanked Iowa State repeatedly for the Big 12. I ended up watching an episode of Pop Culture Jeopardy with my wife before taking a nap during the MLS Cup. Even the SWAC title game between Southern and Deion Sanders' former school Jackson State almost ended in a palindrome. I said almost. The anesthesia continued with Marshall winning the Sun Belt Conference and beating the spread with ease. But there were 3 games that would stand out, and I'll rank them by Olympic medal colors. I award the bronze medal to the Big Ten Championship, the unbeaten conference newcomer Oregon avenging their 1995 Rose Bowl loss against Penn State in a high-scoring game. For the most part, it was a boat race, but Perv State would try one more time with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter and down by 8. But Drew Allar threw a pass that Nico Reed picked off, and that was it. Oregon wins the Big Ten and has locked up the #1 seed in the college football playoff. Silver medal goes to the always highly anticipated, at least by me, SEC Championship. It was a breath of fresh air after a Saturday morning of routes. Again, it was an established college and the new kid as Georgia faced second-ranked Texas. Burt Auburn tied the game with 22 seconds left to force overtime. The Longhorns on their overtime possession scored 3 after another field goal from Auburn. Unlike the clean old-fashioned hate game against Georgia Tech on November 29th, the Bulldogs just needed 1 overtime to win, as Trevor Etienne scored his second rushing touchdown to capture another SEC title for the Dogs. The gold medal went to the ACC Championship between Clemson and SMU. Again, the established against the newcomer. 2 reasons why this game was the best one of the weekend. SMU were 17 points down after the third quarter ended. I was getting ready to throw this game into the boring pile. Then the Mustangs began to chip away. Kevin Jennings threw to Matt Hibner to bring SMU within 10. Colin Rogers shaved off another 3 points. Then with 16 seconds left, Roderick Daniels Jr. made a spectacular catch in the end zone. It was all tied up. But then came Clemson's kicker Nolan Hauser to kick a long 56-yard field goal that went dead center and cleared the bar. Clemson wins the ACC Championship. This would bring the selection committee into a conundrum. Clemson got the automatic bid as conference champion. SMU would finish 11-2 despite the loss. Would that be enough for the Mustangs to sneak their way in? Yes, it would be. Sorry, Bama, but losing to Vanderbilt and getting blasted in Oklahoma isn't going to help your cause. So that's what I did with my 6 sad Saturday. What about you? Which championship game stood out to you, and how did the selection committee screw this up? I know they did. I've yet to hear them get it right for college basketball.